Yo, what is going on, you soup slurping snovers? Today we're playing some games with AbilityZard, no Zard. It's a deck based around the main build of AbilityZard, but there's no Zard in it. And this is the list that I've been currently working with. Still got the 3-2 Ninetales, you got the 3 Dedenne, you got 4 Jirachi, the Blacephalon, still the Heatran, still Victini. We've added in a baby Volcanion, so we have the option of Flare Starter, but he's also just a nice prize trader because he only takes 2 energy, so we can set up like an extra energy and play somewhere. While still being able to take knockout with a high heat blast. And then we got 2 Turtonator actually instead of 1 Turtonator. Kind of like an extra heavy hitter potentially, but then he's kind of like one of our best attackers, one of our more efficient attackers. He's more efficient than him, potentially more efficient than Victini if we just can't get the fire in the discard pile, and hits for a little bit higher than the Volcanion would in certain situations. So yeah, 2 Turtonators because it can hit really hard or it can hit just hard enough, while being more efficient than something like a Blacephalon. Like I said, no Zard. Heatran and Turtonator are going to be our heavy hitters for like the initial knockout. We're not going to go with the double blaze. We're going to go with an explosive jet for 6 or a hot burn GX for 6 off the bat. Other things I've added, I put in 2 Pal Pad, and I'm up to 2 Pokégear right now to give myself more access to Welder throughout the game, because we're not playing tag teams, so the game doesn't end quite as fast sometimes, especially against like the mirror match and stuff with other people who are not playing the tag teams themselves, so the games don't end quite as fast anymore, so they're a little bit longer, which means we need more Welders because our Pokemon are going to get one shot more frequently as well. So you kind of just need more Welders. You need to play more Welders throughout the game because it's less tag team, less GX oriented games. Longer, things get knocked out faster, need to get energy back in play, more Welders. So yeah, that's all I have to say on the list, so let's go ahead and get into some games. Alright, we're up against some kind of Mew box PikaRom, or just PikaRom with a Mewtwo is most likely what we're looking at here. We have Cherish Ball, we have Welder for 2 energy, so we're going to be probably going with Heatran, 2 to Heatran, with the Welder, and then see what we draw and kind of go from there. We do have this Victini in our hand. We want to keep him for later. Potentially, we don't always use him in this matchup actually, but yeah, the potential of maybe using him, we want to keep him around. Yeah, so we'll just go Welder to a Heatran. Hopefully the Heatran's in there. If not, I actually don't know how we're going to play this out, but yeah, hopefully Heatran's in there. We can Welder to Heatran, start looking to set him up, get him ready to go to one-shot this PikaRom, and yeah, just kind of work our way from there. We'll see for sure what our opponent's playing here in just a second. There's a Lily. Oh, well, we know for sure what our opponent's playing. It's PikaRom. We'll see what our opponent has access to here in a second. The only thing like kind of scary about Heatran compared to something like the Zard in this matchup is if they go first and we do put 3 energy on our Heatran, they could go double custom catcher turn 2, knock it out with full blitz with double E power or the tag bolt. The tag bolt's not as scary because then they didn't get the full blitz energy into play, and it's something they usually cannot pull off against a Zard. They can bring it up and hit it, but they usually cannot one-shot it. So usually something that's not that scary against a Zard, but however against the Heatran, it definitely is a little bit more scary. That power plant is also kind of scary. 2 energy prized, 2 Vulpix prized. Yeah, the power plant is also kind of scary. Or do I have the energies in hand actually? I don't know if I counted those. Those we can't use. What's it called potentially? Okay, there's another Welder for some energies. So we can almost guarantee the knockout here on this PikaRom. I can go ahead and attach. There's no reason not to attach one of these here. And now, yeah, we are just hoping our opponent does not knock out our Heatran. They have attach, I don't know, Cocoa Prism Pop, E-Switch up. They could also have like the Thunder Mountain, and then they could double custom catcher, knock out the Heatran. They knock it out with Tag Bolt. It's not too big of a deal. The big thing is if they knocked it out with full blitz. They would need double E power, double custom catcher, already down to E power, so very unlikely. But even Tag Bolt knocking out this would be a little bit annoying. Them full blitz knocking this out, also not great, but we can like deal with that. We can deal with full blitz knockout Dedenne here. That's not as big of a deal. We'll see what they grab off the Volcaner. Their hand would literally have to be like E power, custom catcher, and then grab a custom catcher off this. It is an E power, so yeah, it's gonna be the full blitz knockout on our Dedenne. We can deal with that. We can work with that. Not that big of a deal. We should be able to get off the hot burn GX. We can we'll hopefully either top deck it out into an energy welder onto, or when we welder this one energy, find a way for an energy, one more energy to get on this Heatran this turn, and we should be in a fine spot here. We'll see. We'll see for sure here in just a second. Got to push up Heatran, see what our top deck is. Go from there. Top deck, energy, perfect. Welder those two bad boys onto the Heatran. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We also got the Hearth. We can calm away the Ninetales, grab ourselves a Dedenne. And I think we're going to be looking for that Blacephalon knockout on whatever it is they have next turn. That's the ideal way to go here. It doesn't mean that's what we're going to get. Welders back into the deck. I'm going to bench the Victini and attach to it. We could also get the Victini one-shot. If they put down like another PikaRom, that's probably not going to happen. We can't one-shot the bigger tag teams. We don't play enough what's it called for that. I'm going to Hearth away a fire. Get 2 more fire. I could bench the what's it called right now, or I could just hold this hand and then go get it next turn. So I think we just hold the hand, go with the Hot Burn GX here, get this knockout, and get our 3 prize cards, and then we'll like get the Blacephalon off that. We could get reset stamped here, so I maybe wanted to go and get ourselves a Jirachi to send up potentially. I guess that would have been potentially nice to send up a Jirachi here. We'll see. Fun with the Dedenne send up. Plan to use the Tandem Shock. They need an E-Power again, though. They are down 2, so they need an E-Power and an Energy. Energy should be no problem for our opponent. I would be disappointed if they didn't have at least an Energy here for this Dedenne. I'd be disappointed. I'm like, at least hit the Energy. Let's keep this game going. Come on. But there's the attachment to the PikaRom over the Dedenne, which is interesting. Maybe they have a switch in hand. They play the Recycler. Seems a little extreme. I think the recycle system is a little bit more efficient. You don't ever need 5 more basic energy. You could need 3, or you could just need 1, and you can put the 1 in the hand or 3 from the discard into the deck. And this seems a little bit extreme, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I'm thinking then that they have a switch in hand. Yeah, they definitely planted a Dedenne this turn, so I'm thinking they have a switch into this Raichu. We'll see. There's the E-Power. No switch so far, but they attached to the bench. I'm a little bit confused by that play from our opponent. Maybe a mistake, or maybe they really want to find an E-Switch to move one off the Raichu, but then they could attach from the PikaRom up here, and then E-Switch off the Raichu to the PikaRom. There's the Lysander Labs. Not going to hurt us. Don't have the Jirachi with an escape board set up. There's a Volkner, so it should be able to get them an E-Switch, but interesting. They definitely made it so they could possibly whiff the attack this turn for no reason. I assume this Volkner has to grab him. Yeah, there's the E-Switch. They get the energy off the Raichu now, but now it's just on the Dedenne, which is like... But you could have just attached to Dedenne and then E-Switched off Raichu to this PikaRom. They should know that I'm not going to put a what's-it-called into play at any point anymore. I'm never putting a what's-it-called in play anymore. Whatever it's called. A tag team dude Zard. But yeah, this kind of made no sense, like unnecessarily risky for my opponent. Yeah. There we go. They got the Tandem Shock, they got the knockout, the game's moving forward. Yeah, like I said, we can't one-shot this. We could one-shot this. Oh no, we don't have Ninetales in play. We couldn't one-shot this either. Never mind. So we could just Infinity this. Hope they don't have double custom for our Dedenne, and then win from there. We're gonna try and win with Blacephalon this turn as we top deck the Blacephalon. Alright. We're going to bench Blacephalon, and I think we're just going to Welder to it. We could take a Dedenne out of the deck as well, so we don't draw into that off the Welder. We do have 3 Fire Crystal left, so we need 1 Fire Crystal and 1 Fire Energy. So definitely very doable here. Even off just the Welder draw. 1, 2, 3. Not going to get it off the Welder draw. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and throw back in the Ninetales. Grab ourselves a Jirachi, I think. We have 1, 2, 3 switch cards left. 2 of the other things, but we might just want to attack with Victini this turn. So I think I should go bench Jirachi, bench Vulpix, and then just Dedenne change and leave the option of both attacks open. We could put the Turtonator back in the deck and get rid of something else like another Jirachi, and we still have access to Turt for later on. Yeah, and then we could just go Dedenne change here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to play out here. But I don't think so. I don't want take another Welder. I don't want to switch to this because we might just Infinity. So if we get 2 switch cards, we can utilize it that way then. Yeah, so we're looking for Fire Energy for attachment, plus 2 crystals. There's Escape Board, there's Fire Crystal, there's a Heat Factory, so we can still technically get there. pretty unlikely at this point, though. We would need to like draw a double crystal off this Heat Factory usage. Let's see what we get. Oop. 3. We got switch into Jirachi for a Stellar, which once again, not going to work though, actually. Not going to be able to get us enough fire energy no matter what it is. We definitely want to take the Welder here to have that for sure next turn. And then it's just going to be the Infinity, I think, yeah. Going to be Infinity. Punch this Raichu. We can go ahead and burn this Cherish Ball because there's nothing to grab at this point. And if they reset Stampus, we don't want to see it. So it definitely was possible to get the knockout with the Blacephalon. Didn't get there, so we're just going to hit this guy for 80, which is fine with me. Not putting too much fire energy back in the deck is actually kind of best here. We don't want to put too much fire back in the deck because then it becomes harder to hit all the key cards we might need. So yeah, punch him for 80, and then we're going to try and bring him back up, knock him out with Blacephalon, or even probably knock him out with Turtonator becomes a little bit more viable at this point. Yeah, knocking this thing out with Turtonator, or this thing out with Turtonator, is way easier now that it's in the active. But that means we have to like top deck a fire energy, or we could Stellar Wish into a Hearth or something. But we should be in a pretty good spot. We need to Cherish Ball into a Hearth or a Crystal after they KO Victini. They could also hit their last E-Power, double Custom Catcher, Energy Switch, or they don't need Energy Switch, they got this, and then bring up the, oh no, they just need double Custom. They still have their GX attack. Yeah, gonna be the full Blitz. All right, here's our moment. PikaRom, way easier to knock out than the Raichu. Because it only has that 240 HP, that's 1 energy difference. That's a huge difference, actually, though. Might only be 1 energy difference, but it's a big difference. All right, loading up for the Tag Bolt for next turn. Making pretty much for sure that they'll win next turn. So we have to win this turn. Like I said, we need that. We need a Hearth or a Crystal off this, and well, could also just top deck Crystal, like we did. Gonna go ahead and get ourselves that Turtonator. We do play 2, so us pricing the one was actually pretty relevant in this one. Crystal for the energy. Turtonator comes down, Welder to it, and then attach. That's 5. That's 250 damage with the Explosive Jet, which is more than enough, or just a little bit more than we need to knock out this PikaRom. And yeah, there we go. Gonna take this dub over the PikaRom pretty reasonably here with this Explosive Jet. Another one here. We got the Jirachi, we got the Switch. We could just go to set up the Heatran if we get a Welder off this. So I think I'm gonna check for Welder first here. No Welder, but we can grab the double Cherish Ball so we can get Heatran attached to it, plus Cherish Ball for Dedenne. So that sounds good to me. Heatran is not here. Oh no. So it looks like it is just gonna be, well, we can still attach into play for turn for the Turtonator. That's gonna be our game plan now, is gonna be utilize Turtonator to get this first one shot on the Mewtwo. There's the Welder. There's a lot of energy. Yeah, in a good spot here now for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and throw him on the Dedenne. A little bit safer on the Dedenne than the Vulpix. They could potentially KO the other guy. Oh wow. No Pokemon to combo with off of. That's all right. I think it is just gonna be a pass over to our opponent here. Yeah. So we have to like top deck a Pokemon here. This wouldn't be too bad if we had the Heatran, because then we could like get the Heatran off the communication after we Welder to find a Pokemon and then put it in the active and take the knockout. But in this situation, definitely not as good. So we really have to hope they don't Turbo Strike this Jirachi here this turn 1 here. I guess they could also kill it with Macargo, but like if they get set up, they're probably Turbo Striking it. So we have to hope they don't Turbo Strike it here. Let us live a turn, and then yeah, just let us live a turn. We'll see though. There's the Dedenne grab for our opponent, so nothing, they don't have it in hand, obviously, right yet. There's another Cherish Ball. I'm assuming this is going to grab the Turbo Strike guy. Yep, there he is. So we gotta hope our opponent whiffs Welder here, or we top deck a Pokemon. That's what we're on right now. Top deck Pokemon, or our opponent whiffs Welder. There goes everything. They play the Dragonite. Interesting that he's still around in some lists. Definitely not as optimal, I think, as the Macargo, but I guess some people play both. There's the Welder. All right, now we're in trouble. Fully on to the top deck Pokemon plan. Yep, here we go. Top decking Pokemon. I didn't want to put the Hearth in play. I mean, I could have like you put the Hearth in play and thinned out 2 cards, but I didn't want to put it in play and give it access, our opponent access to it for no reason. So I didn't do that. Cherish Ball, second Mewtwo, Turbo Strike. This is the ideal turn 1 from our opponent. Is turn 1 or turn 2 if they go first. Turbo Strike, knock out something small like a Jirachi. 2 energy onto a benched Mewtwo. Yeah, it doesn't get quite better than that for our opponent. There's the Marshadow. I guess maybe they plan on using a stadium, or they just want him here now. Interesting choice to grab him right now. But they might be putting down Hearth or something, using it, and then bumping it. Otherwise, yeah, I don't quite understand that immediate grab of the Marshadow. So yeah, unfortunately, Heatran prize. Still going back to that. So we don't have a good attacker that we can. Well, we don't have an attacker that works with us going Welder to Dedenne here, and then digging for a Pokemon to combo. So we need a top deck, a Pokemon here, or a Cherish Ball. There's a Pokemon that will do. Goodbye, Jirachi. Hello, Turtonator. Just what we needed. Unfortunately, this means we are going to give him an Escape Board because we want to make sure we have the energy. So this is the 3 energy we'll need to get this knockout. So unfortunately, this means we lose Escape Board for Jirachi later in the game. But taking this knockout is a little bit more important, so gonna work with it. Attach Escape Board active, and then I think I do just want to get a change here. Unfortunately, we lose another crystal. 2 crystals down now that were not utilized. Oh well, can't do anything about it. Here we go, dead A change. Boom. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's fine. Second Vulpix. Not even sure I need to bench that. Could bench it if I wanted to. The rest of the hand looks okay. We'll definitely draw some prize cards with help us out. I think I am gonna bench the Vulpix here, and then yeah, Explosive Jet. Thinking about a couple other things, but doesn't seem relevant. So yeah, Explosive Jet, knockout here. All 6 gonna get 3 prize cards. A lot more cards to work with. And ideally, we Blacephalon and knock this thing out. That's probably not going to happen. Might just punch it with Heatran if we pull Heatran off the prizes, and then try and punch it, knock it out on the following turn. Yeah, there's the Heatran. So yeah, we're probably just going to punch this thing with Heatran. That's probably going to be the game plan. But if we could get enough energy into the hand for the baby Blacephalon, we could also go with that. Can't one-shot it with Victini, but yeah, baby Blacephalon, knock this thing out, could be pretty good. So we might go for that. I mean, well, we will want to go for that. We want to win the game, obviously, as fast as possible. So we'll, like, use... Oh, I mean, he's probably going to bump the Hearth with the Marshadow. Never mind. I was going to say, we're going to use the Hearth. Probably not going to use the Hearth here, actually. Changed my mind because our opponent's probably going to bump it with the Marshadow. So Hearth's probably not sticking in play. Unless they're going, like, use Hearth, bump Hearth, use Hearth, their own Hearth, putting their own Hearth down and using that. Then we might use that Hearth. Get some energy, then use Heat Factory. But if not, we're just going to probably open up with Heat Factory here. Looks like they're going for... I have no idea what their attack they're going to use here. They attached active as opposed... Well, they don't have another Mewtwo, I guess. But I would assume they would want to just go Turbo Strike again. Acrobike and Welder. Yeah, I'd assume they just want to Turbo Strike again. And yeah, they might leave the Hearth. Well, I think they have 2 fire in hand, don't they? And I haven't been paying enough attention. Yeah, there's the resetting hole, bumping my Hearth. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Not too worried about it though. We still got the Heat Factory, draw 3 into Pokégear. Hopefully find a another Welder. That little bit extra with the Pokégears can be super helpful, especially if we hit like a order or Pal Pad off the Heat Factory. The Pokégear should almost for sure find us a what's it called. It is going to be the Turbo Strike. So 2 energy gonna go on to that Dedenne there because I think they have to take them. So they're setting up a free retreater with the Dedenne, I guess at the very least. Yeah, so we can go hit with Heatran here and then follow up with something else on the next turn to close out the game. So yeah, we're gonna start with the Heat Factory here. Draw 3, 1, 2, 3. There is Victini. Gonna Cherish Ball here, thin out that Dedenne out of the deck. And there's 2 Welder in deck. Only access with Pokégear currently with the hand. So yeah, Pokégear is gonna be the play here. No Welder. Okay. Unfortunate. Going into Jirachi now. Jirachi's gonna have to be our savior here. Come on, give us a Welder here. Nope, another Pokégear though. Still an out. And we are gonna Pokégear here once again. There we go, the Welder. Now we have to decide what we want to Welder onto. We only have 2 Switch left in the deck. Chance of us hitting that isn't super high with the Welder, and then we have to be careful getting the Ganadel sniped. Or the 170, which doesn't quite knock out Heatran, I guess. So we should just probably bench Heatran and Welder onto Heatran. Yeah, gonna go with that. Just gonna Welder onto the Heatran here. We actually haven't used our GX attack yet. I didn't even really realize that. So we could just set up 6 energy on this guy and then go for the 1-shot on the following turn, which isn't too ridiculous of a play to potentially pull off. Or we could just hit him for the 130 here. I'm kind of unsure. We have one Welder left in deck. This is currently in play, though, which draws us a lot of cards. I think I'm just going to play for trying to pull off the one-shot on the following turn. Yeah, I think we're just going to pass here. I'm like, all right, if you don't have double custom catcher this turn, we win next turn. If you do have double custom catcher, we can still win. It just becomes way harder for us. We'll have to go into like Victini, into like something else on the following turn, but make them have the double custom catchers this turn. We'll see. It's definitely possible they get it and then just knock out our Heatran. So we could have gone just with the switch play, switch into the Heatran, hit him for 130. Then Victini would be able to clean up with a Welder, which I guess we need anyway. So maybe this play, the Heatran hit, was just a better play because it can't really be punished, and we need a Welder no matter what. So then we could get on the Victini. But I guess if they, the only thing would be is if they like reset stamped us. We don't need the Pokemon as well, which would be hard to get again because we are down like what? We're only down 2 communications. I guess maybe wouldn't be too ridiculously hard. I don't know. We'll see how it ends up playing out. The line of play I'm going with, yeah, there's the reset stamp, so that makes this line of play a little bit better. We still have to get there, but hopefully Heat Factory sticks. There's a Heat Factory usage of their own, but if they have the double pull up on this guy this turn, I think we just lose. We'll see if they got it. Hopefully they don't. Oh, there's the double custom catcher. We're in trouble now. It's gonna be the Flare Strike, knock out our Heatran, and yeah, we're in trouble, man. We're in trouble. Double custom, Heatran's going down. All right, so now we have to two-shot this. We could also tail whip it, actually. But then if they have switch retreat to Dedenne, the Dedenne will get some use finally. So yeah, the Jirachi has to go up here. We have 2 switch left. We'll hopefully just see one. We gotta like hit them with Victini this turn, and then follow up with something else on the next turn. So yeah, my worst fears are being realized here. In Heat Factory first. 1, 2, 3. There's everything we need right there. 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're gonna Pal Pad because we want to almost guarantee this Stellar Wish hit. Yeah. I think we can heart away the. I think there's. Well, we need 2 energy anyway. Oh no, we could get 1 energy and then get into another one. So actually, no. This Stellar Wish like this is. Oh no, we whiffed again. Oh man. Welp. No Welder once again, even after the Pal Pad usage. So maybe we could have gone Hearth. I didn't know if there's the energy in the deck. See, that's what I get for not checking my prizes once again. So I think we have to go with the Tail Whip play here, and then top deck a Welder. All right, let's do it. I'm down. Tail Whip, here we come. Tail Whip. Heads. All right, so our opponent needs a switch now, or they might get stuck for a turn, which is what we need them to get stuck for a turn, so we can go into the Victini once again, and then punch this thing, and then punch it with something else on the following turn. We can punch it with pretty much whatever we want. We'd be hitting really hard with the Victini at this point. I guess I think I could have replaced this with Hearth and Hearth away that energy. I think there was 2 energy in the deck. There's the switch though. They're gonna knock out the Victini. I don't think we have any hope left. We don't have anything that can survive a hit from the Mewtwo anymore. Mewtwo just always knocks us out, I think, at this point. Yeah, we have nothing that can survive a hit, so I think this one is pretty much over for us. No hope here in this one. I'll see what our top deck is, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's over. I can't think of anything we could possibly pull off here, so I think we're gonna be taking a loss here to this Mewtwo there. Actually, oh, they just Venom Shot our Dedenne. Oh my goodness, yeah, I completely forgot about Venom Shot Dedenne. We weren't winning this one anyways. Even if we hit them, they Venom Shot Dedenne. Okay, so we were always losing this. I guess our only option was Tail Whip for deck out. I completely forgot. For some reason, I thought they were at like 3 prizes, and they had to go like kill a small thing, then kill the Dedenne. Not the case, and we're gonna take an L here in this one. And guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Short video, just taking a look at the AbilityZard, no Zard. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like. Just kind of want to get the list out there to you guys in general. Let you guys take a look at it. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.